Hey, it's yours truly, Jazzy, and welcome to another edition of Play Ascension. We've got the clash of the Pro League powerhouses this week. Sando Jabloteh taking on Morvant Caledonia AIA, and they both remain unbeaten. That's our feature match of the day, which will be covered by Vidia Ramphal and Terry Fenwick. And don't you go anywhere, because right after that, we've got some Division 2 action happening at the UTT O'Meara Road campus. We're going to head over on right now to the guys in studio.
Thank you very much, Jazzy. I am Vidia Ramphal alongside Terry Fenwick, and we are in a classroom at San Juan North Secondary, and we're going to talk about our featured game today, which is the home team San Juan Jabloteh against Morvant Caledonia AIA. Terry, this is a big clash. Both teams are very close to each other. It's a fierce rivalry.
Yes, and over the years, these two clubs have produced so many fantastic footballers that have graced the national side. Looking forward to this one. Some good players out there, very young Jabloteh team against an experienced Caledonia side. Could be a cracker.
Yeah, it certainly could be. It's the Ascension League, of course, and it's going to be a big match indeed between these two teams. As we've seen in the league already, many of these teams are fielding a lot of young players, and we expect that's going to be the same today.
I think it's great because youngsters are getting an opportunity to play. You recognise, you only said last week, 216 days without a game of football in Trinidad and Tobago at any level, Pro League, Super League. It's about time the kids got out there, and the Ascension Cup has given us this opportunity and given the kids a real chance to go out and show how good they are.
And we've seen so many complaints about corporate Trinidad and Tobago, but they've gotten on board in this league.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's because they're backing the youths. And the people behind this tournament are pushing the game hard, recognising there's no entry fee at all. The teams actually get some money to take home with them, parents' money. So it's a good feel factor right across the board. They're doing a great job.
Let's address this game more directly. You were a former San Juan Jabloteh coach, Keith Jeffrey, who you know very well, in charge of the team. Now, what can we expect from Jabloteh?
Well, I think you've got to recognise Jabloteh over the years have produced some fantastic youth teams, under 13s, 15s, 17s. They're always at the top of the tree at the end of the season. And the knock-on effect is Jabloteh as a team, the Pro League side, have always had some great youngsters coming through. I remember back in the day with Josh Johnson, Daniels, Ian Gray, what a great player. Colin Samuel, Kelvin Jack started under me. And this is a team, a club that really produce top youngsters, and they push them as hard as they can and give them an early start in the game.
And of course, Morvant Caledonia United, Jerry Moore, who seems to have grown up with the club. I think he played football with God, to be exact. Jerry Moore, he's been around for so long. Abdullah Phillip, a former player, is also his right-hand man now. What can we expect?
Well, I just think Jerry's another guy, great experience, another one that, whether it's Mova or Lavant Hill, he's plucked these kids out of nowhere and put together great sides over the years. It's going to be a good clash today.
It certainly will be, and it's taking place at Bourg-Mulatres, and this ground is one that you're very familiar with. You ran a few of your training sessions here, Terry. It's not the easiest field to play on, so it might be a real challenge for Caledonia.
This is San Juan Jabloteh. It's not meant to be nice and friendly for the opposition. This is for the home team. Get their support behind the side, get a result.
Yeah, it certainly will be. They'll be hoping to get the result. And of course, San Juan Jabloteh, the name Jabloteh is derived from the word devil in French, by the way. Yeah. You were the coach. Come on, you should know that. So let's go on to the highlights of today's featured game. It's San Juan Jabloteh taking on Morvant Caledonia AIA at Bourg-Mulatres.
Oh, yeah. Am I song for the people? The people. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Sometimes I feel like nobody does understand me, and everybody coming on me. At times I feel like the old one thinks that I'm crazy, and if it's one thing I'm learning lately, at times I can't study people with all the bad mind and all the evil. They don't like my head for no reason. It's only people talking about people, and I can't take the own talk, cause if the conversation don't work out, and if you give them a chance, they always talking about me. As in if I can validate me, you don't have to rate me, so don't bother trying to face me. Top on my past, I something. That team, my name, like something. Once the father God tell me to do it, I do it. Say one day, one day, nothing. Jump on my pass, I stop. What drag me down, me. They all over town, and they're trying hard to find me. But who just bless no man curse? Cause he brought me to the world. Cause if the conversation don't work out, and if you give them a chance, they always talking about me. Until they got to validate me. You don't have to raise me. So no one trying to face me. It's only God can validate me. God can validate. It's only God can validate me. You don't have to raise me. Them could say what I want, like nothing. Jump on my pass, like something. That team, my name, like something. Once the father God tell me to do it, I do it. Say one day, one day, nothing. Jump on my pass, like nothing. Once the father tell me, well done, myself, what I could. Yeah, yeah. Say what you want. You can talk what you want. Watch out, I go bless me. Say what you want. Say what you want about me.
Pest control is a pain, but you don't have to go it alone. If you're a business that needs someone who will fix your problems point blank, go with the brand that's tested. Go with Terminix. Born almost a century ago in Memphis, Tennessee, Terminix International's mission has been to spread its innovations across the world through its integrated pest and termite management system, reducing the infestation of pests and vermin. Our Trinidad franchise neutralizes the threat of tropical insects and ensures that companies, from food production to hospitality, protect their investment and get the maximum value from our relationship. And we've been doing it well for over 20 years. Termites and pests are relentless, but they're no match for Terminix. Contact us today for a free consultation and quote, and let's introduce you to convenience. Protect your premises today. Choose a service provider that persists. Talk to Terminix.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Yo. Well, if the beat is a building a chart with a horse and rip, full sentence, be so part of me. It's from a night long side, rockstar, the ultimate ticket.
What's up? What's up? Come on!
Look, long time before me pull up. Well, my vibes and energy full up. Better make case when you're making your entrance. Cause when we come out to praise, we don't come out to play. Come out to praise, we don't come out to play. When we come out to praise, we don't come out to play. I say, I come here ready to jump. I come here ready to praise. I come here ready to praise. I come here ready to jump. I say, I come here ready to wave. I say, I come here ready to stop. One places I don't know. Like if you pose if you take a photo. If you not come to praise, you can go so. If you not come to praise, you can go so. Cause when we come out to praise, we don't come out to play. Come out to praise, we don't come out to play. When we come out to praise, we don't come out to play. I say, I come here ready to jump.
my observation on the league so far is that some of the teams still not see it as a pro league game in terms of how it should be done, in terms of how they approach the game, in terms of how they prepare for the games. Some teams still reach an hour before the game, and we try to stick to the script, reach 90 minutes before the game, so we can get a good warm and we can play the game well. So I think from a mental standpoint, for us today was wonderful. Not the physical part, the technical part, the tactical part, we know we got to improve in those areas. But from now, we just focus on the mental part of the game. Over the 90 minutes, at time mentally we were tough. At time when we had to compete, we compete. We give away the ball at time. Most times we give away the ball is because we're trying to pass into space and not to fit, and it's just to kind of keep it simple, and do the simple things well and be consistent. I think that is the biggest challenge, in this type of environment, it's more of a minor league environment, so sometimes the players just feel they need to show the fans they could play, instead of just going out there and play and do the simple things well. Johnny was playing Noriega-Brito. He was playing all over Trinidad. He was playing ballpark. He was playing up in Maracas Central. He was running on the minor league circuit. A lot of teams was using him, and that's how we heard of him. And he was even with FC Santa Rosa at one point in time. And then we made contact with him because when we understand that he was training, but he really wasn't happy there, so we just make an approach to him, and then he came in, he met with us, and we sat down and discussed our way forward with him, and he accepted it. And what he's bringing to the team is his size, his presence. He have a lot of confidence on the ball. At the start, he needed to learn how to play to the speed of the game. At the start, he was playing a little bit too slow, but now he's starting to get the hang of the pace of the game.
Game plan was to drop off a little deep, see what they had to offer. So that is the first 10 minutes we allowed them to play. But after that, as we was playing 4-3-3, we pushed a little higher up the field, and that is when we took over the game. I think at the end of the day, goals win matches. And I think we threw with too much goals and we keep them into the game. It's even at the end when we went to 10 men, we were still able to score a goal. I think the results can really show justice to how good we played today. The season looked like a September start. And we have a young team, so we're not moving away from that. We have some nice young players, some quick players, and I think with training, which would be a lot more enhanced, because at the beginning of the season, nobody wasn't sure, so we were doing like a 1 day a week. We only stepped up from the 1st of July to do at least 3-4 days. As time go by, we will increase, and I think we will be ready. We have lost one game, but I don't think at the end in September, when this Ascension League finish, we'll be on top.
So it's ended against the home team, Morvant Caledonia AIA, running out 2-1 winners over San Juan Jabloteh. They were up 2-0 at one point. Jabloteh applying a lot of pressure at the end, but unable to get a point out of this.
Vidia, for me, San Juan Jabloteh created the better chances, but they just lacked that little bit of quality in the final pass, the final cross, the final shot, and that's why they came unstuck. They had great chances, should have put them home. I look back at this game, and really, if they'd come out 3-2 winners, I wouldn't have argued about it at all. It was a little bit bad luck for them, but I think the experience at the end with Caledonia came through, and in particular Noriega, I think, was a great player up front for them. Great goal, he scores, a little bit of composure, which I think Jabloteh lacked, and that was it across the board. Plenty of youth, hammer and tongs every 2 seconds, going for it, but when it came in front of goal, they really lacked that little bit of composure.
Yeah, and it certainly showed. Unfortunately, Jagisa had a really awful game in front of goal. He missed
2 or 3
quite a few
chances he missed, absolutely. Things flashing across. Listen, when things are coming at you fast, you've got to be slow to the ball. It's about contact. And things that were coming fast at him, he was flashing at it and missing it altogether. Contact on the ball, and he would have scored 2 goals today.
Yeah, maybe even more. There was 2 chances in the second half that didn't go his way. But going back to the first half itself, there was a rather strange call, which Caledonia may have counted themselves a bit unlucky not to get a goal.
Yes, that's right. The linesman has flagged for the ball going over the line for what he thought was a corner. But in fact, the ball went over right in between the two sticks. It was across the goal line. That should have been counted as the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it should have been, but we'll have to take a look at the replay for that one. Of course, it was Caledonia that settled a little bit better in this game. Jabloteh sat off just that little bit, and that gave Caledonia the incentive to come forward, and they certainly settled well, and they had some good performances in the middle of the park.
Well, I just thought right down the middle of their team, Noriega at the front, Daniels in the middle of the park, and of course Abubakar in the back. That's solid, you know, the backbone of the team there. Quality players, cool under pressure, kept the ball moving, and although they had some great young players around them against them for Jabloteh, I thought it came across in the end because that extra composure was all that counted.
As you mentioned, Abubakar, good to see him here. Of course, he'll be heading back to his professional career in Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
But he's played 2 games and he's looked pretty good.
Yeah, well, he's a big, strong defender. He doesn't give anything away. Maybe lacks a little bit of pace, but he's solid. He reads the game well and does a great job for the team.
Well, of course, Caledonia coming out with a 1-0 lead at the end of the first half. Jagisar had a really good chance, hit one that struck the crossbar, but he missed a few critical chances.
Well, I was expecting so much better from Jagisar because that shot that he hit the crossbar, that was all of 25-30 yards, and it really thundered against the crossbar, giving the keeper no chance at all. But from then, his game sort of pitted away and he missed chances after that, and I could see the frustration in the kid at the end of the game.
Yeah, you can certainly see it.
Because he didn't get on the score sheet.
Yeah, especially at the start of the first half, where the chance came, he had only the goal to hit and put it into the bamboo patch at the back, and that certainly really, you could see his head was gone at that point.
Yeah, it's all about confidence, and when confidence is knocked as his was early in the game, I think he'd struggled later on in the game. And 1 or 2 chances, the one that flashed right across the 6-yard box, really that's just contact in front of goal and they're back on level terms. And he swings, you know, a bit erratically at it and misses the ball together.
Let's hope he can pull himself back together, because those 2 chances came either side of Bala's goal, which put Caledonia 2-0 ahead.
Yeah, and at that stage I thought they were comfortable, they settled into the game, keeping good possession of the ball. Daniels in the middle of the field I thought was outstanding for them at 34. Not seen enough of this kid. He's great on the ball, he's strong. It doesn't matter how many players are around him. He's got good turns away from the defensive player, outside of the foot turns. I thought he governed the game for Caledonia, especially later stages of the game.
But credit to San Juan Jabloteh coming back to get the goal, unable to get the second, however, and take a point from this game. But there's a lot to look forward to for them.
Well, that's right. I think they've got to concentrate on their youths. Yes, they got themselves back into the game with the goal, and straight away you saw the confidence flooding back into these youngsters, and they just needed another 20 minutes of play, which they didn't have, and the clock ran out on them. It was a bit unfortunate.
So San Juan Jabloteh, they went on the 2-1 in this one to Morvant Caledonia AIA. Now, which of these teams can go on to win it? From what you've seen so far, how do you rate their credentials?
Listen, one of the coaches said it's all about scoring goals. He's right, and I thought Noriega was excellent up front, and they look like they've got that little bit of added experience. Caledonia, they for me will go further than Jabloteh. Jabloteh need maybe to bring in 1 or 2 more experienced players, particularly centre forward, maybe in the centre of midfield. Defensively, they look structured. I thought they looked quite good, but they need that bit of quality.
So San Juan Jabloteh going down 2-1 to Morvant Caledonia AIA in their opening game. And of course, we'll monitor their progress all the way through the tournament. And Terry, as you know, all of the information and the goals can be seen on the website.
Yes, absolutely. Ascension have done a terrific job here covering everything, guys. Get on the website, have a look, see how your teams from your communities, see how they're doing. I know the guys here from Book Malatras there, they're right behind their side, San Juan Jabloteh. Check them out, have a look and see how they're doing.
And of course, the coverage is on Wired 868. That's how I know what you're up to.
Yeah, well, you get everything on 868, don't you?
Yeah, you certainly do everything, and it's not just about sport. You also get some fine opinions that you can work along with. Now, that's the end of what we have for you this week. It's back to you, Jazzy.
Thanks so much, Vidia. And as mentioned earlier, we've got some Division 2 action. It's UTT taking on Club Sando Uprising Youths at the UTT Omera Road campus.
I know it seems impossible. All you see is them obstacles. You feel like success is not for you. What? Big lie, Jila guy. That's not the truth. Hey, hey, brother, you gon' make it. Sister, you gon' make it. Victory in we, victory in we, victory in we DNA. Victory in we, victory in we, victory in we DNA. Victory in we, victory in we, victory in we DNA. We don't care what life throw at way, cause when
from the place that I was to the things that I go see. You give me the vision, the cause and the wings that I go lead. To travel above everything like an eagle I go be. Over the clouds. Some of them fake it. The stronger they make it. Romance still can't replace it. It's time that they face it.
Victory in we, victory in we, victory in we DNA. Victory in we, victory in we, victory in we DNA. Victory in we, victory in we, victory. I am a winner, winner, put them hands in the air. If you are a winner, hands in the air. If you are a winner, winner, brother, you gon' make it. Sister, you gon' make it. No longer will the test and the mess and the stress have you frustrated. I know you gon' make it. I know you gon' make it. So from today, anyone in your way, you either climb it or break it. Because victory in we, victory in we, victory in we DNA. Victory in we, victory in we, victory in we DNA. We don't care what that is. Victory in we, victory in we DNA. Victory in we, victory in we, victory in we DNA. Victory in we, victory in we, victory in we DNA.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for carnival if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
See, I've been playing and playing so long. Quiet, I just want to jump up and down. Yeah, explain it, I just don't.
IS1.
IS360.
Was a fair result considering the condition of the pitch, you know. Both teams came out hard, trying to play, put on the ball to play, but in the end it was a bit unfortunate for us to concede with roughly about 3 minutes ago. So, but I guess we had to learn from the mistakes going forward. Even though we didn't get the results that we wanted from the first 3 games, we have, I think we have probably 8 more games to play, and as we started out the season wanting to win the league. So as of now, nothing has changed as yet. We still think we're in with a chance to win the league.
It was a very exciting game. I think it could have gone anywhere, but I have to give my team credit for, again, showing character. This is the 3rd game we played, and we had to come from behind to save the game. The first game we won 4-2. We scored 3 goals in the last 10 minutes. The second game we played, we tied 2 each with Kitty Valley. The game, I mean, again, 10 minutes again. And then today, as you saw for yourself, we had to come from behind on 2 occasions. So you have to give the guys credit for showing character and not giving up until the final whistle.
Well, it's been another round of nail-biting matches here at the Play Ascension Invitational Tournament. We've heard from the coaches, we've heard the expert analysis, and of course, Morvant Caledonia remain unbeaten. Keep it right here until next time.